Hello every pony, it's Luciana here. Link to my DeviantArt in the description below and also for my Patreon if you like to do that. Warning, this video will contain artwork that I made and it's going to contain my personally opinions. So if you don't like stuff like that, click away or else stay. Yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Well, the last couple of days I have been in a new art community talking on Skype, and recently we were talking about criticism, and I must admit, maybe I'm one of those that don't like, very negative criticism. There is different kinds of criticism, and there's criticism that can help you and positive criticism and overly infused happy that is not criticism, it's just like praising the one that made the artwork and stuff like that. Of course, you like the last ones, neutral, positive, and the very, very positive that is not criticism but praising. But sometimes people also have a tendency to go into the very, I will not say bad criticism, but the ones that you can't use for anything at all. The troll criticisms, the very, very bad ones. And I will not call these negative criticism, because negative criticism, you can actually use some of that. I will call this bullying or trolling or something. It's like when you put an artwork up and people are swearing, or they're calling you for stuff that is not appropriate, and telling you that your stuff is very, very, very bad and don't give a reason for why they think it's so bad, so it's not like horrible or something like that. I would like to say I can't use stuff like that, so I have a tendency only to listen to negative criticism, neutral criticism, positive criticism, and of course I love the praising. Who wouldn't? You're an artist, or you make something you like when people praise you. That's just the way it is. Or when people buy your stuff and you get money for it and stuff like that. But then we come to the negative criticism, and I must admit, in the first time of my art period, and I will show a picture here that I drawn when I was actually younger, of a dragon painting a painting of the background. And I know that it's not exceptionally good, but I like the idea, I like the concept, and I was happy with it, so I posted it. And I have nothing but normal criticism on my DeviantArt, so I will say that I haven't been getting negative criticism yet. The negative criticism is like where they point out every detail that can be done better, and you as an artist actually notice and trying to respond politely. You maybe write, I know, and I'm trying to get better, and the person responds with art book or something very negative, but maybe it's not meant as horrible as it sounds. Sometimes the negative criticism can actually help you, but you need to be ready for the exceptionally rude stuff, like getting an art hand manual or something, or colors or shadows or something like that sent in your way, and you might be willing to open up for the ideas that maybe they didn't mean it that negative. I know that some people do mean it very negative, but I try to turn it into something that I actually can use. The example with the art book, I actually got an art book from one of my friends, and I was like, first I was actually very, I will not say angry, but I was actually like, I can, draw. I don't need this art book and stuff like that. But then I, turned it around and tried to draw after the art book, try to, get more ideas. And when I excelled with my art, I will show a picture of Light here from Death Note that I made on my tablet, and I showed this to my friend. He was just like, whoa, okay, you came a long way. And even though I took the outlines from the DVD cover of my Death Note collection, I still feel like it has its own unique styling. It has its own coloring, and I made sure it looks like something I really wanted to make, or how to say that. It's one of my most prized artworks right now. I'm making a lot of art from Death Note, so I'm very perfectionist with these artworks, with the details and the lighting and stuff like that. Maybe something I could be better at is shadowing and stuff like that, but I believe that comes into later on. Okay, now for the positive criticism. This form of criticism is something that we need in the art community more of, and that is actually what I'm getting the most of on the new art team that I'm on, and also on my Divinian art. It's where people see artwork, for example my Death Note of Light here, and I write to people, what do you think? Is there something I should be thinking about? Is there something I can do better for next time? And people are helping me with the details that I didn't see. They're not nitpicking as the very, very bad criticism. They're just telling me, well, there is, where the Death Note is standing, it's not, all clean and stuff like that, and maybe they don't like the lettering of the Death Note, the red stuff that is floating, so it looks like blood, or that was the idea, and maybe they think that he looks, weird with the coloring in his face or stuff like that. But I do tend to take some of the positive criticism in more, if that makes any sense. The positive criticism is also like where people are telling you, well, for example, you need shadow on this, or he could use a little bit of coloring in his face, and I'm like responding, but he is, that light in his face in the anime, or I know about the shadows because I'm working on the shadows, and they respond like, okay, let's see for the next artwork if you improve, right? That's positive, and that actually helps me a lot. Then there is praising, I will not call this criticism, but there is actually somebody that starts with like, oh, this is amazing. I really feel like this is the best artwork that there is of, for example, Light, or something that I made myself. I just recently drawn fall that becomes into winter, and my mom was like, this is one of the best artworks that you actually did. And me as an artist, I really do love, praising like this, but also sometimes you can feel like you're not worthy of the, praise, or how to say that. And I must admit, the fall becoming into winter is not my favorite piece. One of my favorite pieces is the Light from Death Note, or my Wolf, or my OC. So yeah, I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about the things that I said about, criticism, and maybe the negative criticism and the positive criticism is called feedback instead. I'm not quite sure. This is how I understand it. And that is actually all for today. Do remember that inspiration is right around the corner. Do remember to take care of yourself and your families. And that's actually all. Yeah, okay, bye.